Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today's we will discuss about different connection, or I can say different connectivity types in Power BI. Okay, so everybody almost knows that, but let me put it in a video so that it will be easier to understand, right? So let me put a notepad here, and let's see what exactly this. So there are three types of connections we have. Okay, the connectivity in Power BI. Right. Uh, so first will be my import mode connection. Second one is the direct query, and the third one it will be the live. Okay. So let's discuss about the import and direct query. So whenever you are connecting to any Excel file or any file system, no, you will not get any of these two options. Okay, it is by default is import only. So import means whenever you are connecting to the any kind of file or any kind of data source, right? The file system is default is import. So import is something like it will import the metadata information to the Power BI. Okay, so it will capture inside the Power BI file itself. Whereas in the direct query, it will not store the data, store the metadata. Whenever you are executing the report, it will hit the database and get the information. That is called the direct query. And the live, I will explain you what is live. So let's see. Suppose I have a SQL server. Here it is my local host. So in your real time, there will be some server name will be there that you need to connect it through either through the Windows authentication or SQL Server authentication. Windows authentication is something like whatever you are logged into the laptop, that is the user ID password you configure the SQL Server. Whereas the SQL Server authentication is like the user ID and password, right? Let's connect it. And out of this one database, no, I just want to connect it to the Power BI. So let's see. So get data, or you can click on the SQL Server. And if you see, there are two modes is coming. One is import, one is direct query. So here in this server, I say localhost, okay, database. Database, how we will get it? You just expand this one, and you can click on any database, okay, whichever you want. Let's take I want to connect department slash EMP or DPT. So let's take I want to connect to DPT database. Now here there is an advanced option is there. Here you can write your query also, right? Suppose you want to write sub queries or any sort of logics also you can put it. Okay. So now the question would be, suppose you are not sure that whether you will go for a import mode or direct query mode, right? Because direct query have some limitations, okay? Because some function, DAX function will not work. Then which one you will choose first, right? I would suggest that better start with a direct query. Why? Because suppose you done in a direct query and you did some transformations or whatever, you just put the logic in the database on this Power BI file, and later we realize that direct query is giving some performance, whatever may be the scenario. I just want to switch back to the import. That is possible whenever I am the direct query mode. Okay, I will show you that. But when you start with the import mode, you can't come back to the direct query mode, right? It is not possible, the vice versa. Okay, so if you are not sure, start with the direct query, see the performance, how it is behaving, because each and every time it will hit the database and get the data. Later on, we can change it. So let's see. Since this is a very small database, I'm not writing query. Anyway, you can write it. This option is there for import and direct query both. You can write your query. So let's start with the direct query here. And okay. Now, if you are writing the query, based on that, your output will come out. But since I have just selected here, let me just click on one column, any just table. Okay. Or any just let me check anything, something like, yeah, let's take the department table. Okay. Now I'm not doing transformation, but it is already there. There's no transform. I just have to see that. So if you click on the load, see here it is showing here the storage mode, direct query, click to change. Okay, this option we can change it to what? Change it to the import mode. Okay, so here if you just double click on this, then it will ask you to switch all tables to import. This option will be not available when you are on a import mode. Okay, so this is the difference between, if you're not sure, just go to the direct query and you know what is direct query and what is import mode. Okay, and in case of import mode, another difference would be that suppose you imported already and you publish that content. Okay, so you should not have access to the database to get the result, because the data is inside the Power BI itself. Whereas in case of direct query, when you publish it, right, you should have the access to the database or the account through which the gateway is getting or the Power BI gateway is being configured. That account should be access to the database. Otherwise, the direct query will not work for the refreshing. Okay, so this is one rule we need to follow up there. So, but the gateway part, I'll try to make another video. But this is, I'm concentrating more on the connection type. So I said direct query and import mode. Okay, got the point? Both that's it. Suppose I can just switch on the tables to import, right? So now this will be converted to the import and all the rows will be stored inside this. And I don't have any options to switch back to the direct query mode. Got it? This is the difference between your import mode and the direct query mode. Got it? Now, the next part I want to discuss about the live. What is live exactly? Let's see. So suppose you get some data like this. Okay, so there is some 4 records of data, and suppose on top of this, either you can just publish this as a data set, okay, or on top of this you can create the report and publish it. So let's do the both the ways. Suppose on top of this, just you created one report. Okay, so let's take department name, location, and it should not be summarized. Okay, so I just, along with this, I just did it. Okay, let me save this file. Okay, so let me save this file and let's take sample. I'm just giving a name called sample file. Right, I saved it. So datasheet is there. Under that I create a report. Now go to the home tab and try to publish it. I have some workspace is there. Let me put it into a simple workspace only. Okay, then select. So it is publishing. There you will see how things are working here. Okay, let's see. Got it? Now let's click on this option so that it will open in the Power BI service itself. Okay, so now this is my data is available. Now if you go to the workspace here, let me close this. If you go to the workspace here and click on the sample, so we just inserted some data. Uh, let me go there. Where is that? Why I'm not able to get the thing? Let me squeeze it a little bit. Yeah, still I'm not able to. Yeah, because the configuration settings is somehow a problem for me. But if you see this properly, there is an sample. This one I just inserted. Okay, so there is a sample here. Otherwise, we could do one thing. This taskbar is making a problem for me. So let me change the behavior. Where I can change the behavior. Where? Let me scroll. Sorry for that, guys. Yeah, automatically hide so that I will get something at least. Yeah, let me now. Yeah, if you see, we inserted sample. So this is my the data set. If you see the down, this is a data set and there is a report. So whenever you publish, right, the Power BI file, the PBX file, it will generate two files inside the workspace. One is the data set where the data contains, and another is the report file. Now, suppose what happen is, now I will open a Power BI, and if you see here, right now I have the report window is open, my data window is open, and my modeling window is open. But one more thing I want to show you after that, the difference between import and direct query. But later, just now, we'll discuss about the live connection. So let me open the new, and the data set which I published as a department table, no, that one I want to connect. Okay. On top of that, I can create a number of reports. One report I publish, another one I can also do it. For that time, if you click on the get data, there is an option called Power BI datasets. This option is called the live connection. Okay. So this data set I just now publish it, right? If I click on this, I can connect from the workspace itself, right? And this is called your live connection. And if you see connected, if you see the down one, connected live to the Power BI dataset under below. Okay, you just see that connection, or I can just put it in this way. If you see here, the connected to live to the Power BI dataset. This is a live connection. Okay, here we can't do anything. Okay, almost anything I can say, just apart from the refresh and a few, we can create some measures on top of this, but we can't create anything here. So it is just like the report window will be there and the modeling window will be there. But the modeling also it will be in the fridge. There will be nothing we can do it here. This is called your live connection. So this third part or the data type will be not there. Even this one will be not there. Even Power Query also will be not available in case of the live connection. Okay. Now one more thing I want to just explain you, that let me go to the import mode. In the import mode, I have access to all three, right? So let's open to another file here and try to do the direct query as well. Okay. So let's connect to the direct query. So localhost, and let's take the DPT only and direct query mode. Okay, last one. Okay, so let's click on the department and click on the transform data. In the direct query, there is very much less things we can do on the Power Query because it is hitting the database and coming it, right? Suppose in this case, this 123, I want to change to whole number. Let's take. Okay. Is saying that the setup is in query that is not supported in the direct query. Switch all tables to the import mode. So in this type of indirect query, there are some limitation on the Power Query, and there are some limitation like date, time intelligence function that also will not work in the Power BI. Sorry, in case of the direct query, right? So you understand? Now this is my live connection where, no, not this one, sorry. So another one with the live connection. Just a second. I think this one. No. Let me check. Let me check. Hopefully somewhere it will be there. Just a minute. Mm, Just hold on, guys. Let me check. I think sample. Hopefully. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Mm, Yeah, see, this the one is the live connection connected to the live. Whereas I will not have the liberty to anywhere see the data, neither modeling, everything will be freeze, neither the Power Query. Okay, so there are three types of connection: import mode, then your what do you call direct query, and third one is the live connection. Okay, hope you like this video. Do subscribe to this channel for more interesting content like this, and please subscribe to the channel and check out the playlist Power BI, Power Query, and there is a Power BI starting learning to end. Okay, and there is a series on Power Query as well. So go through that and have a nice day, and thank you.